In New York in the 1950s, the lights in office buildings often stayed on late into the night. Some people stared at their unfinished proposals, their fingers frozen on the keyboard. Others hesitated in front of the phone, unable to press the dial button for a long time. They were not lazy, but trapped by an invisible fear of failure. An ordinary employee arrived at the office 2 hours early every day, yet he always revised his proposals repeatedly before submission. As the deadline approached, he could only hand in half-finished work. He feared criticism, colleagues' mockery, and more than anything, the label of not good enough being stuck firmly on him. His colleague Mary, however, was always the first to raise her hand to speak in meetings, even if her ideas were not fully developed. Once the proposal she put forward was rejected, she just smiled and said, "I will prepare more thoroughly next time." This contrast made the employee start to observe. Mary also felt nervous, but she chose to act first and improve later. The core theory of cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) shone into his confusion like a beam of light. Fear does not come from failure itself, but from the catastrophic imagination of failure. He began to try small-step adventures every day. He took the initiative to chat with a colleague about one work-unrelated topic. Every week, he submitted an incompletely polished proposal. At first, his heart raced and his palms sweated, but he found that the worst-case scenario never happened. 3 months later, he took the initiative to apply for an important project. Although he made minor mistakes during the process, the team instead praised him for having the courage to try new methods. He finally realized that only by daring to try can one break through himself and grow. Psychology tells us that true failure is never about messing up a thing, but about never starting because of fear of messing up.